Jin's voice is like medicine. It's so healing. It was like heartwarming and heartbreaking at the same time. The heartbreak in his voice that it took him so long to realize that, to get that epiphany after all of the trauma that he's been through and trying to save his friends and all that kind of stuff, where the epiphany is almost like a double entendre within like the storyline, but also within like the actual song and the real world meaning of loving yourself before you love anyone else. You gotta accept yourself first and have self love before you love anyone else in this world. Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another reaction. We are checking out two very important pieces of content with BTS. Checking out the Love Yourself Epiphany comeback trailer, Answer Epiphany comeback trailer, as well as a much anticipated, for me at the very least, Idol. I am so excited that I finally got to the point where I can react to this song, because we started the whole throwback BTS series, where I was checking out like 3 or 4 music videos per reaction, and I was going off of a playlist that I found on YouTube that has all the music videos in order. The ironic part is, and I feel like Fake Love is a very important song that I need to talk about in this reaction, because Fake Love was actually a reaction that I did like 2 years ago. The order of all the music videos is a bit all over the place, because I have reacted to, Dope and Mic Drop and Fake Love and Blood, Sweat and Tears before I knew much about like the actual lore of BTS. So my meaning of Fake Love was very, very different if you were to look at that reaction right now. However, with the whole theme of love yourself, Fake Love creates a completely different interpretation. And obviously, an interpretation that anyone has of any song is valid as long as you can make it make sense. I feel like whatever interpretation you have, if you can kind of like provide an iota of proof as to why it would make sense, then I'll buy that theory and I don't have any problem with it, because at the end of the day, when it comes to art, it's all subjective and it's all open for interpretation. I hope that I use subjective correctly. Anyway, uh, ironically, about Fake Love, 2 weeks ago, I received a comment on that video. I don't know if the person is aware that I reacted to a whole lot more of BTS content since then, but they actually touch on the fact that this song is not about what I thought it was, even though it's a valid interpretation according to them. So the comment says that they know a thing or two about this song, and a big part of its meaning, it's about the relationship with yourself and not two people, although it's totally okay to interpret it like that. However, the BTS storyline is all about learning to love yourself, and this song talks about how you pretend to do so, but sometimes choose to hurt yourself because deep down you don't have enough self-worth. They also touch about the masked person at the end and how it's a symbolism of Carl Jung psychology, whom BTS is very fond of and have used often. And this scene symbolizes the act of JK choosing to go put on a mask, which speaks for itself, or at least to confront it. So I just wanted to touch on that because, the Love Yourself Answer Epiphany, as they have the epiphany probably to finally realize, their self-worth and whatnot. If I had to predict what this is going to be, um, I had to touch on Fake Love because this video literally comes after, in the order of things, after Fake Love. So with that being said, let's get into the actual comeback trailer. I believe this is Jin's song. With everything that I've checked out by BTS, I was absolutely blown away by Jin's depth when I checked out Dionysus, especially. Like, I was just fucking bamboozled by him. So without further ado, Answer Epiphany comeback trailer. Love yourself. Let's go. Ooh. This makes me think of like, well, what's the name of the show? Peaks or something like that. That's the vibe that I'm getting right now for some reason. Or maybe Twilight Zone, actually. Oh my, wait, did the other version of Jin exit the house? That's where the dog, yeah, okay. So somewhere deep in his mind, he's there, the light is still on. That's pretty cool symbolism. Damn. There's the flower. Oh, the same flower. Yes. There's the Epiphany. Holy shit. Oh. Oh my god, that is so fucking beautiful. The fact that his hair is almost like a fiery color as well is pretty cool. Like the fire is literally kind of like burning in him in a way. And I love the flower, which is like a reoccurring appearance with Jin. I believe that specific flower, which is also pretty freaking cool. The chorus sounds absolutely fucking majestic. The yellow color was interesting too. Damn. Holy shit. It's reversing? Or am I tripping? It looked like the rain is being reversed or something like that. Holy shit, that was a beautiful loop. Holy shit. Shit. This makes me wanna cry, what the fuck? And it fades back to black and white. This is a perfect loop, holy shit. Damn. That was amazing. Wish I Oh. Whoa. Holy shit. Okay, so there's a couple of really amazing things that happen in this music video, and I actually had to do a little bit of extra research just now, just reading through a couple of posts online. Okay, so I'm just trying to not just rely on what I just read, but also try to kind of like bring my own interpretation to it, which may not go hand in hand with like the lore and everything else, but maybe it's more like the symbolic of the symbolism of like anyone can relate to the song because here's the gist in my opinion at the very least. The black and white almost like represents the mind of Jin. The color represents the reality of Jin going outside and facing the rain. The rain is almost like a representation of all the tears and suffering and all the trauma that he's been through, whether it's in his own life or within the lore of BTS. As far as from what I remember reading a lot of the stuff from comments and theories and forums and all that kind of stuff, it's like members are basically dying throughout the lore. And it's like Jin is constantly trying to save them in a way, go back in time. I think I even saw like some kind of a like uh a a time travel theory and whatnot. He's basically hurting himself but by not being able to move forward. My understanding is he went out, he faced the rain, he finally faced it because he got out of his apartment. And then we see an interesting visual of like the rain being reversed. So it's almost as if like he accepted it. Then we go back into the black and white, which maybe again represents his mind. And within his mind, he actually, I believe, like he closes the curtains. Like the world outside is like a representation of the past in a way that he closes the curtains on because he cannot live in the past, he cannot bring back his youth, which was also a huge part of Jin and like V doing that cross on him with the spray and basically and also like tearing his like house of cards and whatnot to kind of like symbolize the fact that Jin needs to wake up and get out of like quote unquote Neverland and whatnot. That's how I at least took it. So him closing the curtains on that world is also in a way a representation of no longer living in the past and accepting things as is, and no longer within the context of like the song Epiphany, having the epiphany that I need to love myself, I need to prioritize myself. There's a beautiful lyric, I am not perfect, not so perfect, but beautiful. Beautiful just the way that I am. I don't need to be perfect. So the epiphany and closing the curtains on the things that I cannot control and trying to reverse the damage that cannot be reversed is how I kind of like take it. There was also like a visual of Jin sitting by the window and basically putting his head down, almost like trying once again to maybe reverse the damage that has been done to his fellow friends who within the storyline cast, because I read a lot about that from the comment section, and it's something that I didn't even factor in until later on. On Wikipedia, basically the meaning in line with the universe created through BTS's previous music videos and Love Yourself series, the video implies that member Jin, who moves back and forth through time to different alternate universes to try and save his friends, has finally realized that the answer to what he is searching for lies within himself. And there's also obviously the ending of the music video, which is a reference to Run, and now he's kind of like back in that time. So has he gone back to his youth? Is he trying to still did it went out to try one more time to save something or someone, or now that he accepted himself and he had the epiphany is like a double meaning towards loving yourself, but also the clue within like the answer to solve this tragedy and whatnot. I'm not really sure. The music video is incredible. The lyrics themselves are perfect. Like I feel like at any point in your life, I feel like the song could touch you. If you've ever been through something, if you've ever felt down or felt like a lack of self-worth, and maybe you've been in a relationship where you weren't appreciated, or maybe something happened in your life where you realized that the problem was with you kind of like not giving yourself the credit that you deserve. And just sometimes it's not egotistical, it's not greedy to love yourself, because at the end of the day, who can if you don't love yourself, no one else will. If you don't respect yourself, no one else will. You cannot look for someone to complete you. You have to complete yourself first. I'm really blown away by this one, and the way obviously the visuals here kind of like also touch on like fake love in a way too, which again, I touched on fake love in the intro, and how this whole series is seen as I reacted to fake love when I just started reacting to BTS. It was my second reaction to them, so I didn't have any idea of the lore, and I took that meaning a completely different way. Whereas now that I have an epiphany, the interpretation is very, very different. Like, the fake love was the love that you had towards yourself, and not loving yourself, pretending to love yourself, but at the same time you do the most terrible things to yourself, because deep down you feel like you don't deserve to be happy, or you cause yourself harm because you don't value yourself. And it's all about kind of like realizing your self-worth. So that's why the song is fake love, and the meaning obviously completely changed for me within the last couple of months of me going back into, doing the throwback BTS reaction, and kind of like getting into the whole lore of it all. And yeah, this was absolutely beautiful. The filmmaking, the styling in this music video was incredible. It also has a very retro vibe to it, like the TV, obviously, the way it's shot, the clothing, and everything else. It almost makes me feel of like legitimately as if like Jin is like there was like this one TV show with James Franco where he goes back in time to prevent the assassination of JFK, if I'm not mistaken. This kind of how this makes me feel in a way. I don't know why, but it's almost like present Jin going back into the past, and he's just I don't really know how to explain it. It gives me vibes of that show. It gives me it just uh and like the whole meaning of him going through different timelines and different universes in which he tries to save his friends and all of that kind of stuff. Honestly, it's incredibly fascinating. So if you want to touch a little bit more on that, feel free to do so in the comment section, because I'm not going to pretend that I know everything and that I read everything, because there's a fuck ton of stuff to read about the whole lore, and there's so many different theories. So feel free to let me know. I'm absolutely blown away. Jin's voice is like fucking medicine, honestly. It's so healing, and it was like heartwarming and heartbreaking at the same time, if that makes any sense. It's almost like I'm the one I should love. Like, you hear like almost like the heartbreak in his voice, that it took him so long to realize that, to get that epiphany after all of the trauma that he's been through, and trying to save his friends and all that kind of stuff, where the epiphany is almost like a double entendre within like the storyline, but also within like the actual song, and the real world meaning of loving yourself before you love anyone else. You gotta accept yourself first, and have self love before you love anyone else in this world. So yeah, this was absolutely incredible. Let's move on to the next music video, which is going to be Idol. Oh, oh damn. Let's go, JUNGKOOK. Fuckboy Namjoon is here. Ooh. I love the surreal or production. Ooh. I love Yoongi's fucking sass. Oh. Let's go, JIMIN. Ooh. Holy shit. It's like BTS is in their own universe. Holy shit. Whoa. I love JK. Damn. Don't bite your lip. That's a violation. Let's go, Doc. A bunny on the moon. Damn. Oh my god. Holy shit. Wait, let's take it back. I love this fucking chorus. And I love like with J-Hope that they pair him up with like the inflatable doll. Like the whole this thing. Like I it's just so fucking cool. It's amazing how surreal it feels like whoever came up with this concept might have been in a bit of a trance. Cause it's incredibly surreal. It's like BTS is in their own fucking universe where they don't give a fuck about who hates them. All they care about is themselves and the ones who love them, and surround themselves with good positive energy. And I love that they emphasize like everything that you want to throw at us, like that we're idols or that we're quirky or that we do funny stuff and whatever the fuck else. We're not going to let you use that against us. We're basically going to kind of like use the 8 Mile B rabbit technique and kind of like be like, use everything that you wanted to trash us with, accept it, acknowledge it, as far as like, this is everything that we are. I got 10 versions of me in the back of my mind, and I love all of them because that's me. I'm serious, I'm quirky, I'm funny, I'm whatever the fuck you want me to be. And I'm cool with that. And then basically by doing so, you kind of like take out all of the ammunition from the enemy or whoever wanted to bash them, or the haters, because they have nothing new to say. Like it reminds me of like the BTS guide that we checked out when, you know, you had Namjoon and I believe Yoongi surrounded by all these like rappers who were like, oh, so they do your makeup, you're an idol now. It's like, okay, dude, like what else do you have for me? You know, like that gets corny real quick, those insults, and it doesn't really, clearly it didn't make a dent in BTS as they became an entity all by themselves. So this is really, really awesome. I love the message of the song. I love, as we go after like the Epiphany song, having the epiphany, and you cannot stop me from loving myself as I should have loved myself from the very beginning, and now I just celebrate myself to the fullest. So I absolutely love that. I do what I do, so mind your own business, and if you don't, like, I'm not gonna give you the time of day anyway. So all that you do is basically noise to me. Yeah, this is dope. Damn, now I'm doing with the blue hair. Damn. What the? Holy shit. This is awesome. Damn. Yeah, you are. You mean... I'm sorry, Jimin means that he's just fine, like he doesn't care about the surroundings. I thought he was talking about the fact that he's a fine-ass gentleman, but my bad. Long is good. I wouldn't know. Oh. The setting is cool as fuck. Oh my god. There's something really... Oh, and there's a ship behind Jimin and V. As someone that growing up always walked past their parents kind of like watching the setup is so long. It sounds as if I'm going to say something weird and naughty, but the ending dance, the big dance, and like the infrastructure, the set design, it makes me feel like BTS is almost like channeling some kind of a Bollywood theme. It's very celebratory, it's very grand, it's very infectiously positive to a point where whether you like it or you don't, you have no choice but to basically kind of like have some kind of a reaction that is most likely going to be positive. And every time, like, I remember like passing by and like every now and again there would be like a Bollywood movie playing and like every time like there was like a musical number or there was like a dance or something like that, it would always kind of like glue me to the screen even though I was meant to pass by it, but I just kind of like stand there and I kind of like... Usually, like, that's not the thing that I gravitate to, but that's actually pretty damn cool. Like, it has like that infectious positivity to it, and you know, even now, even more so now with kind of like with modern Bollywood movies that are almost like trying to make Hollywood go out of business, like the big action epics. There's like this Bollywood movie that is almost like a Terminator kind of individual, where I believe the female the female love interest is like one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, and I kind of like fell in love with her when I was like in my teens even. But like there was a couple of things within this music video that reminded me of that movie. All of the parts where BTS are fucking multiplying, it reminded me of that movie. Um the whole CGI giant BTS overlooking the BTS in the aquarium of some sorts, where beforehand it was a fucking shark. The shark infested uh industry, I don't know, that then BTS became bigger than the industry or something like that, and now they're overlooking themselves. Like, there's so many things within this music video that remind me of like some form or another form of a Bollywood movie, if that makes any sense. I absolutely love this. I love how like the song is so positive, but yet it still has that zing to it. It still has like that um uh fiery edge to it. And I really, really loved it. The chorus is absolutely infectious. I love Jimin's, you know, wherever I go, I'm so fine, like fine as in you're a fine individual, but also fine, like I'm okay wherever I go. Like by me loving myself, it makes me immune to everything else. And there's also kind of like, it's okay, I'm in love with myself. Like there's almost like it's not necessarily like a narcissistic quality, but it's what I talked about in the Epiphany reaction a few minutes ago. It's like it's okay to be greedy. It's okay to love yourself. Because unless you do, no one else will. You know, how can you expect someone else to love you if you don't even love yourself? So it's okay to appreciate yourself. Obviously, they're taking it to an extreme and they're exaggerating this and kind of like literally saying, I'm in love with myself and it's okay. But at the same time, they emphasize complete inner and outer peace with themselves, which is why it creates like this celebratory effect with this final chorus, and there's like dozens of people dancing and whatnot. I thought this was absolutely incredible. As far as like all of these fucking sets, honestly, I don't even know what to say. I'm not going to pretend to be a know-it-all. There is an airplane, which makes me think of they literally have airplane, but there's also like what looks like a pirate ship because the flags are kind of like torn apart a little bit. So that's really, really cool. There is like these vivid, colorful skies. For some reason, it makes me think of something from Blood, Sweat, and Tears, only very much exaggerated and very, very colorful. There's like a literal globe, like BTS literally takes over. The airplane passing with J-Hope in the background is also kind of like appropriate as well. Point Your Figure, I couldn't care less. Like they're literally achieved inner peace. No matter what your reason is to blame me, I know what I am. There's literal like I love the little filters that they used just now. Almost like again, kind of like creating like the B Rabbit effect from 8 Mile and Eminem using all of the insults that his opponent had against him, and he just threw it back at him. It's like, yeah, I am this, I am that, and I am that. And what are you gonna do about it? It's like he took all of the ammunition. So like the little filters, all the quirkiness, all of the silliness that BTS is incredibly proud of and what made them what they are, they were always themselves and they're never going to trade anything for anything in this world because what got them to the dance is being themselves. And they're Spin It, Your Anpan. I'm pretty sure that there's a song that BTS has called Anpanman as well. So that's also pretty fucking cool. But yeah, I absolutely loved Yoongi's sass and kind of like bringing a little bit of August D into it. Vocally, this was just an incredibly fun and super anthemic song that is basically like peak celebration of loving yourself. That's basically it. So I'm not gonna go too deep into all of the various kind of like visuals because there's like the rabbit on the moon part. I'm just blown away. Honestly, I don't even know what to say about that. So let me know in the comment section. I will just keep it a little bit more grounded to me and what I feel like the interpretation is. And at the end of the day, I feel like this fits so insanely well within their lore, and especially to have such a song after Epiphany, it's just the cherry on top. This is quite the literal cherry on top of BTS loving themselves, and therefore inspiring you to love yourself as well. So, if I made any sense, let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed this reaction, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more content on BTS, even though there's plenty. And if you want to see some extra content, check out the Patreon where we have over 100 episodes of Run BTS. Just checked out episode number 102, I believe. There's also the August D documentary. There is the a couple of episodes of SuChita. There's actually the behind the scenes of the Busan concert. They had like this vlog style documentary, if I'm not mistaken, and some of the vlogs by BTS from 2022, I believe. There's going to be a full list of all of the available reactions that I have on BTS in the description of this video. So if you want to see something, check out the link and consider subscribing, because by doing so, you will also be supporting the production of these videos here on YouTube. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful rest of the week and be well and safe wherever you are.